Hola, mi gente. Joe Barreto live from the Credit Card Connection Studios in humid, cloudy, and dank Hackensack, New Jersey. Mi gente, how are you doing? It's Wepa Wednesday. Go figure. Wepa Wednesday. Didn't think I was going to do this, but I promised you last night, for those of you that were here last night, it was a debacle. I'm not even gonna kid. It was rough. For those of you that weren't here, I went and applied for the Chase IHG card, for their premium rewards card that is offering currently 300,000 IHG points, okay? Which is 5 certificates of 60,000 points each, which is huge. All right. That's a lot of points to get you into great hotels. So, as I went to do the application, something timed out. I went back in and didn't realize that all of my personal information, including my mother's maiden name, was on the screen. so, So I got a ton of people texting me and contacting me saying, take it down, take it down, take it down. But I didn't take it down right away because I didn't get the card, right? They told me, you'll find out in a couple of days. So I did a live call on Recon. And we all saw how that went. And to recap how that went, basically, the guy told me live, he said, well, it wasn't that you were denied and it wasn't that you were accepted. He goes, we're reviewing it. And then I said, look, I really want the card. Put it in your notes, as Juan Miaumix just said, things like that. So I'm going to tell you now what happened. And also a conversation that I had late this morning with the Chase supervisor that does the credit card services part of it, that's going to open your eyes going forward with anything having to do with the Chase application, whether it's a Chase branded card or a co-branded card. Okay, mi gente? So first and foremost, like I always do, I know it's a work day, so I'm going to gun through this, but hola, Dr. Vinny. Thank you for being here. Joshua, thank you. Mr. Potato, Gunna, Rodrigo, Jose, Israel Nieves, Wepa, Gunner. That's right, Wepa Wednesday. Israel saying, was I approved? Bobby Yakuzo in La Casa. Bobby, again, thank you and Christine yesterday for letting me know that the video was still up. I ended up taking it down and editing it and putting it back up. So now you'll see the edited version where I go from to no. So the in-between is missing. My man Rodney in La Casa 23, the one for you to see, is here. Juan Miaumix. Yo, you came in on time, Juan. I appreciate you. Memphis, Mike in La Casa. Memphis, how you doing, papi? Ian M. Wepa, Wepa, Wepa. Thank you for being here. Good afternoon, JC. Thank you for being here. Wepa, Gunna, Wepa Wednesday, Juan. Mr. Potato throwing potatoes up left and right. Yo, Wepa Wednesdays works, right? WW. What's everybody's favorite ice cream? Thinking about stopping for a cone on the way home. I like chocolate. I like chocolate. What's good? What's good? It's Lazy. How you doing, Papi? How's it going over in Europe, Papa? What's going on? Hope everything is going well. Frugal Dad Finance in the house. Nice afternoon credit card break. Peter, how you doing, Papi? Thank you so much for being here. We got 50 people on a random Wednesday afternoon, mi gente. Thank you. Josh is saying, on the edge of my seat, Joe. I got a meeting in 15 minutes. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to cut to this real quick. Aloha, how you doing? Danica, Garrett, how you doing? Tariq in La Casa, thank you. Israel, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, mi gente, because I know a lot of people that got to get back to work. My 524 status was 424 yesterday. So I was able to apply. So I thought. But yesterday, when you guys heard, the guy told me on the phone, was I willing to reallocate money amongst my accounts? And I said to him, Are you, yeah, reallocate the money because I have a lot of accounts with Chase. I had 9 cards with them, right? So reallocate it. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to get the card I didn't tell this guy that, but I wanted to get the card for the hotel nights and the points and stuff like that. So the amount really was it didn't matter at that point. But he said, oh, and then it dawned on me. I said, yeah, maybe I just have too many Chase cards open that they now have to reallocate. But Crystal, my love, oh my God, are you kidding me? Thank you, my love, so much for that. I appreciate you, Crystal. You have no idea how much, my love. That was very kind of you. Thank you for the gigantic super chat, my love. Thank you, sweetheart. Stop teasing us. I love it. I love it. Yes, Crystal. Yo, here we go. Sledge is driving from work. Oh my God. Oh my God. So Chase told me yesterday, and you guys heard, he said, you'll get an email within the next 2 to 3 days. I thought when you call Recon that they'll tell you right then and there, or they put you through to somebody, which he did transfer me over. And that was the guy who said, look, maybe it's about reallocation. He told me he would put it in the notes that it was important to me. So I kept checking it all night, nothing all night. This morning, the first thing I get to, and I'm going to give you the news first. This is what I get when I wake up this morning, mi gente. I got accepted. There was no reallocation. It's a $15,700 credit line for the IHG card. I got the card I wanted with a gigantic credit line. So that's easy breezy. You could tell right there, they didn't reallocate. They didn't move anything. They didn't do anything. I checked all my other accounts to see if they were less. The card I thought that they were going to hit would have been the reserve because I had a $19,500 credit line with them. They didn't touch that, and they didn't touch any of my business cards. So I did get approved for the IHG Premier. I want to just go into the chat for a second, because then I'm going to tell you what Chase told me that's going to affect every one of you. All right. Sledge is in the house. He's driving 5 hours to work, believe it or not. Thank you, Papi. I appreciate you, John. Thank you for that. Thank you, Garrett. I appreciate it. Crystal, thank you, my love. Seabass, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yo, you did. You did. You did, Mike. Thank you so much. Rodney, thank you. Juan, thank you. Thank you so much, JC. Yes, Michael Wong in La Casa. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. You did tell me that. You did. Debating whether to sell Jill's Social Security. Yo, I got so many calls this morning telling me, yo, did you get like 17 hard pulls last night because people saw your Social Security number? I know. My God, David. Thank you so much, man. No, nothing weird happened. And to be honest with you, maybe it's stupid on my part. I didn't even get to close my accounts. I didn't freeze them, rather, or lock them. But I'm going to rely on LifeLock, and I'm going to reach out to LifeLock and see if they're going to get me as an affiliate. So I'm going to tell you right now what my cards are. APR is brutal. Yeah, I know. And that's because it's co-branded. It's not the regular. With Chase, with the regular cards, I'm at 18 or 19%, but that 28% is brutal. Yo, when you can buy 2 for 1, yeah, I hear you, Vegas. Thank you, Vegas, for being here. I appreciate you. Josh, thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seabass, thank you so much for being a channel member. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good looking out. All I need to do is share my LifeLock password. You're right. So here's the thing, guys. They gave me this amount, which was great. And thank you, the 73 people that are here right now. I got the card. I'm happy. I'm back at 524. I'm still considering whether to shoot my shot and try my luck with their Marriott Boundless. But to be honest with you, I'm not doing it because the status is silver status, and I'm really not interested in the Ritz card. I know it's weird, but I'm not. And if I'm going to get status, I'm going to go for the Amex Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card. I know it's more money, but it gives you the status right off the bat. So it is what it is. So I'm not doing that. I am looking at the Alaska credit card. I asked Sledge about that this morning, and Anthony as well, because I transferred, which I said last night on part 2 of my live, that I transferred 190,000 Alaska points over from American Express over to Alaska. So here's what I want you people to know about what happened with Chase and what they told me, and I got to give you guys a heads up as to why they waited so long. I got the call this morning from the VP at the bank, and she put me through on a three-way with the person that's in charge of credit card services at Chase. And I guess they had their own person that was able to three-way call. They told me the following, that since December 2024, Chase is really coming down hard on anyone out there that has more than five Chase credit cards, whether they are business or personal or co-branded. It doesn't matter. If you have 5 applications, the days of you applying online and getting an instant approval are few and far between now. Not always, she said. You might get an instant approval, but those days are done because they're trying to limit the amount of credit that's extended to their customers. And I guess that's why yesterday, the guy that I spoke with last night said maybe we have to reallocate money for you to get you approved. It didn't come to that. But at the very least, they told me, I was expecting it this morning. To be honest with you, when I got up this morning and I saw the email about your new card, I knew that I was approved, but there's no limit on the email. There's just nothing. It just says you'll get a card in 7 to 10 days. But when I go into the Chase app, the card was already there with the credit limit already there of 15,700. So to get back to, I guess it was Gunna's question. Yes, 10 cards. I have 10 cards across their personal, co-branded, and business cards. And the combined credit limit with just Chase is 185,000 with just Chase. So it's not bad. I'm not complaining at all, And again, with the Chase combined cards, we're talking about the United Club card, the Sapphire Reserve, even the Disney card that's still there hanging in. I thought they cut it, but they didn't yet. The Hyatt card. I have several Inc. business cards with them. What else am I missing? Can't think of the other ones, but it's 10 total. And the credit limit that they offered me is a lot. So, just be careful when you apply right now. And to the 92 people that are here today, it is insane. I thank you for coming out. But now that you know, when you apply, even if you are at under 524, like I was last night at 424, you need to make sure that if you applied and you got, 6 cards with them or 5 cards with them, you may not get approved automatically. Okay. The other thing is this, and this was on a Discord I had with one of my guys, Rex, who I believe spoke to someone on the business side of things. You might want to try to, if you don't feel that the person you're speaking with is really on the up and up or knows what they're talking about, you can kind of figure this out. Like yesterday, you heard the conversations, both the one I had earlier in the day and then the one that I had live last night at Recon. You want to make sure that you get somebody that's knowledgeable, somebody that's going to tell you the reality, not just read off a script. There's nothing wrong with calling back. And I would tell you, if you called, let's say like I called yesterday, I was ready to call back today right away. But don't let a few days go by. Call, the next day, because you're going to get somebody else totally different. And if you're even not still satisfied with that, then I would tell you, call and ask to speak to a supervisor, because then that supervisor is the one where it all stops there and you have it recorded. Nowadays, it is so easy to record those conversations on your iPhone. It is literally press the button on the screen and you can record the conversation. That's what I've been doing because even though they tell you your call might be monitored for quality assurance purposes, I want to make sure I got that script and that what they're telling me, they're recorded for myself, not relying on them to play it back for me if they tell me that they no longer have it. So, case going forward, if you have multiple cards, and a lot of us have multiple cards. Here's the other thing that I mentioned to them. I said to them today, were you concerned that I was a churner, right? A card churner. And they paused for a hot second and they said, no, because you have balances with us on various your business cards. And I do carry balances. I know people tell you don't carry a balance. I get it. Real life dictates other things, like I've told you a million times. But I do have balances across certain cards. And they said, yeah, the churners won't do that. The churners will leave us, they'll pay off the sign up bonus and then have everything at zero drop. And then she goes, now we're really cracking down on that. And I said, well, was that due to the ink cards last year? And she said that that's where they first started tightening up because they were giving back a lot of credit card bonuses on the ink cards. They gave me so much information today that I could not believe. I guess I got them comfortable. I guess I got them to feel that I knew what I was talking about, that I was interested in it, and that I was going to relay information. The woman at the bank that I go to does know the fact that I do have the channel and that I do report back to you guys. So it was the other person that she had me on the three-way with that offered all that other information. I guess she also felt comfortable because she had somebody from in branch on the call at the same time. So for those of you that were wondering with Chase, what was going on, even going back to yesterday's conversation with the Freedom Flex, as I was told yesterday, the Freedom Flex is not canceled. It's not taken off their website because they're going to do away with it. It's not getting a refresh yet. I was told it was because it is the only MasterCard in their lineup of Chase just branded cards. So the Unlimited, the Sapphire cards and so on. And the rest are Visa cards. When I asked if they were switching networks, she then told me yesterday, and I played the recording for you guys, not necessarily, but my guess is, guys, they are going to switch it over eventually to a Visa network just to keep everything kind of clean in-house that way. So that was yesterday's news with the Freedom Flex. Today is just more than 5 cards. They're going to make it a little bit more difficult for you to find out right away. And what I learned out of all of this is don't do another live application online because I gave away everything yesterday. I'm telling you, I had people calling me, telling me they bought a plane, they got a new car, they're going on vacation. It was hilarious. So I'm going to hit the chat now and see what's up. I have 105 people here on a Wepa Wednesday, mi gente. I can't thank you enough. Those of you that hit me up with super chats right now, I also thank you for that. You're in the running for the t-shirts. I'm giving away 2 shirts, not next Tuesday, the week after that. Okay. So JC, the 60K free night certificates, I want to see if I can use them out of the country because I get more bang for my buck from what I've seen and what people have told me if you use them out of the country and the properties are nicer. But that's the plan right now. Michael, thank you for being here, racking up the points. David, no problem. Nothing weird yet, puppy. I appreciate it. Seabass, thank you for being a new member. I appreciate that. C Bill, how you doing? Thank you so much, puppy. I appreciate it. I'm looking at the other card. I really am. What's going on, Johnny Ma? How you doing, puppy? Thank you for being here. So the pre-approval for Amex is easy. I'm not going to get denied from Amex now because I'm under their limit. If you guys remember last month, I told you that they gave me that rule that they have that even if you have a personal loan or a business loan with Amex, that counts as a card slot for them, as a line of credit almost still. So I paid that one off. So right now I'm under for them. So I shouldn't have a problem getting the Marriott card. So we'll see about that. CJ, Wepa got out of lunch meeting, had to see him. I was approved. Thank you so much. Yeah, Wepa man came through for me in the pinch, man. My Wepa shirt came through. Wepa man, Dennis Dunn. That's right. Thank you, Papi. I don't think you should consider any of the cards until you have a plan for those 5 nights. You're right. You're right, Ian. 5 applications are holding 5 total cards. 5 total cards, Papi, from Chase. If you have 5 open accounts, a mix of business or personal or co-branded. So you're looking at hotels, airlines, Sapphire cards, Freedom Unlimited, Freedom Flex, Hyatt Hotel, Southwest, United, things of that nature. They gave me 28% also on the IHG card, but this is only my second Chase. All FICOs. Oh, yeah, my FICO is literally, I thought my FICO was going to take a hit, and I'm going to show you. I was laughing because the FICO actually went up to 844. And even on Capital One's version of it now that they carry, it went up on their side as well, 3 points today, which I thought was weird, but I'm guessing it's because the higher credit limit and then the less utilization. Another month. Thank you, Johnny, for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you, Pa. What's up, Saeed? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Is that Chase? Yes, it is. That's the problem. I was under 5. That's what threw me yesterday, Juan. That's a good point you made. That's what threw me yesterday. I was under 524. And you heard me yesterday on the live. If you go back, you'll see where I told the guy, I made sure that I was under 524. It had nothing to do with 524. It has everything to do. I guess they're really trying to cut down on credit card churners. I'm thinking that's what it is. Banks are getting, yes, they are. 100%. Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good looking out. My girl, my love, my beautiful Victoria Loren. How you doing, baby? Hope all is well, sweetheart. I love you, mama. Uncle Joey loves you. Yes, Ian, it does. Holding 5 or more cards. It's 5 or more cards, not the applications. It's cards. Because my cards with Chase go back 20 years with my first Explorer card. So, yeah, our Disney actually even further than that. So that's what it is. Wepa, Francisco, how you doing? All right, all right. Hola, papi. Thank you so much for being here. Yo, that's a lot. I'm telling you. I don't include Amex because Amex with their charge cards is just whatever limits, are on the back end of it. But with Amex on just 3 of them, I'm at over 100,000 because they're charge cards, Yo, Joe has 10 Chase cards, and I'm in their gulag until August 1st, 2026. Yo, that's true. That's true, Crystal. Mama, I could make you an authorized user. Joe, oh my God, Joe Chase Barreto. You are so right, Vegas. Thank you, puppy. Karsten, how you doing? I only have the CSP, so I have some slots left. Yes. The Flex, I would wait till next month because they said they're not going to push it out until August, bringing it back up online. So I would wait because they will throw something like that on one of those offers, Carson. So that's what I would wait. Teddy, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, Teddy. Johnny, thank you for the super chat, Papi. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Super chats on Wednesday. I'm not used to that. We have 104 people here now, mi gente. This is amazing. Going on only 20 minutes in. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is, Saeed. And you know what it is, Saeed, too? And I tell people, it's the fact that my credit history is that long. It's over 36 years, so I think that plays a lot into it. And having even though I carry balances, which I know is a no-no in this credit card space, but I don't lie to you, I do carry balances. It's still under 8% total utilization, or even less than that now. So, but yeah, the ink train is getting derailed, Avengers. It is. I've been preemptively lowering my Chase credit limits, 2,000 for freedoms, minimum 10K. Yes, the Visa Infinite should always be at least at 10K, 100%. Francisco, gracias, Papa. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Saeed. I really appreciate that. Rent is due. I love the name. Just picked up the new CSR and the credit limit was only 35. That's great. No, hell no. No, then you're doing fine. Rent is due. No. Remember, here's a problem with Chase. Chase is not the one to give you those crazy acceptances like a 50 or 60, $70,000 card limits like some of the other issuers do. Like actually Capital One, if you had no cards with them and you have been working a while and you have a credit history and blah blah blah, they'll come in at 50 or 60,000 right off bat. 35,000 for a CSR is great. Right now, as I just said a little while ago, rent is due, and I thank you for being here, is that Chase is really not giving out the limits that they used to. Again, they're just really starting to clamp down. So you got to be careful with that. And just keep that in mind. You were approved. That's fine. And also, when it came to the CSR and the CSP, I just got an email so that you guys can see just how crazy they are. This is, I have 3 ink cards. They're offering me the ink cash back, another one. And earlier today, literally, with all the disclaimers now, the CSP, and they tell me if you already have the card, you may not be eligible for the points. So again, they're pulling an Amex, but this is what I woke up to this morning at 8:25, so that you guys could see exactly what it was. Congratulations, your new card is approved, right? IHG, but you notice no credit limit, nothing else. The card should arrive in 5 to 7 days. That's what I got. And it wasn't until I went into the app to find out what the actual limit was. So let's go into some more questions. No, you can't. You can apply for in branch. I'm glad you brought that up, Avengers. The application for the Freedom Flex is still available in branch or through a referral link. If you have somebody's referral link, you could use that and still apply, but it's in branch only. And even you guys heard the lady yesterday. She said that a lot of people hadn't been applying for the Freedom Flex. And that's what she was literally implying, that they weren't applying for it, so that if they really wanted the card, they had to go in branch. That was in her words. Professor W, thank you for being here, Professor. I have 5 cards and was thinking about going to Marriott Boundless. Yes, you should be fine. You'll make the cut because you're at 424, Professor. Honestly, and I was going to get that card. I got the IHG because I already have status with Marriott because of the platinum card with Amex. But if you don't get the immediate approval, you should be fine. Just call them like I did. I called them literally immediately after I got the decision online. If you see something to the effect of, thank you for your application, that's not a denial. I thought it was a denial. And the guy even said, no, you're not denied. So that's what that is. We have 114 people here, guys. Thank you so much. Crystal, thank you. Yo, hit the like button, please, guys. Please, I'm asking you. Thank you so much for that. Stacy, thank you so much, my love. Yeah, you saw I was sweating, and then I got yelled at when I went upstairs. My wife was like, thank God it wasn't an approval that we were looking for, a joint application, because she would have killed me. Right? That's what I'm saying, Juan. Rent is due has a lot of credit available. No Social Security. No, none. None today, Papa. Not yet. What's up, Nemo? How you doing, Nemo? Thank you for being here. Mr. Potato. I know. I need an intervention. But most of mine are at 0% because I had the 0 interest cards. That's what I use those for. But, there are some that still have interest on it. I'm not going to lie. I had a 3-way. Yes, Dennis, I did, from Chase. The first one ever. Freedom Apple card. You never know. Joshua, I am the bank whisperer. I kid you not. You're so funny. Apple card will be Chase's 2%. Yeah, and only 3% if you use tap to pay. How funny would that be, right? Live application coming in 3, 2, 1. No, I'm not doing that. So they changed the Flex to Visa. So they said that wasn't the case, definitely, but that's the reason why they pulled it. So they were talking about both sides, out of both sides of their mouth there, Karsten. So, they have other cards that don't have foreign fees. So you should be okay. And I'm sure they're going to grandfather some other stuff in there. So we'll see how that works out. Have we talked about the in-train officially ending this October? Chase has a new rule where referrals only get bonus if the person is a new Chase business member. I saw that email. I'm telling you, so they were not lying to me. They are clamping down on those that are just bonus hunting. Thank you for that, L-Man. Thank you. I was denied for a second ink exactly for the reasons you described. First denial ever. Professor, that's what I'm here for. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Thank you so much for that, Professor. Um, sounds like they're really following. Yeah, they are. They're really just following Amex's playbook to the T, holding 5 or more cards. Now, remember when I told you I applied for the Amex cards and that loan I had counted against me. So I literally got the letter today showing that it was paid off, even though I knew it because I'd done it like 3 weeks ago. But I got the letter from Amex, so I'm good with Amex. Debit cards do not count. No, they don't, Carson. No, debit cards do not count. It's credit cards. Yeah, the Apple Card still is, unless you're buying a laptop. New again. How you doing? So they're gonna have it. It's not that you're gonna get this. You're not gonna get denied. It's that they're gonna take a day or so to review it. And last night also, I mean, I went on kind of late to do it. It was like 7:30. Um, and somebody even mentioned in the chat yesterday, it's late. You may not get any response tonight. You'll get it in the morning. And before 9 o'clock this morning, I had it. So, but it's just that they're really going through them, especially if you have more than 5 cards. So I got that conversation today by the VP at the branch in a 3-way call with the supervisor from credit card application services at Chase. If you know about the Ink Train news, what is your opinion of Chase? They hate their they're doing what Amex is doing. Think about that. Think about it this way with Amex, right? If you wanted to retain, if you wanted to, if you asked them for, instead of canceling a card and you call them and they'll say, okay, we'll give you 10,000 MR points for $5,000 spent. Do they really want to keep you with the card? No. What do? We drop the card down, we downgrade it, then we get the offer to go back up. It's all about money for them. So they're just doing what really every other issuer is doing. If you have a workaround though. If you have an LLC, you can apply using your EIN number and you can apply again going sole prop. Remember that. So I have many ink cards because I did it that way and I didn't get denied. And the applications, the amounts were like $6,000-$7,000 each. So it wasn't terrible, but that's what you can do. Use your EIN if you have one. And also, make sure you're always consistent with the amount that you're putting down of income in the job, in the card that you're applying for. And don't make the mistake that a lot of people make when they ask you, how much do you expect to spend on the card? If you think you're going to get a better approval or a better line by saying, not much, $500 a month, guess what they're going to do? They're going to cap you at the knees and they're going to give you $2,000, $3,000 credit limit. If you tell them I'm going to use $1,500 to $1,800, which I always use $1,800, guess what? They're going to come in at a higher limit. It never fails. For me personally, it never fails. Okay? Yo, I got you, Crystal. I got you, Mama. You let me know. All right? We'll exchange info. For the 5 nights, Karsten, I'm really looking at overseas. I think when I was live with a week ago, Sylvia was asking me to look for different properties around the world. And a lot of the intercontinentals look beautiful. And they come in at 45, 50, 55,000 points, which is great because these are 60,000 point or Kimptons. I have a lot that I can do with them. So I think it's going to be solid, So that and that you also get to, with the Premier card, as opposed to the status you got with the club card that I had from United, you pay for 3 nights, the 4th night is free. So that's another deal that I can use. I don't know if that works with the free certificate nights or not, but at least with this one, even if I'm paying cash, I'm getting the 4th night free. As long as you keep your utilization on the 9, 100%. Yeah, no, Saeed, I would do it too, Saeed, without a doubt. With the amount of debt that's out there, I can see why Chase will start limiting lines of credit. You're right, Vlad. Vlad, you've been preaching that for a while, Papi. Pyro777, how you doing? Thank you so much, Pyro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. If there's ever anything I can do for you, Pyro, don't hesitate to ask me. My email is down there. You can hit me up on Discord, whatever it is. But thank you for coming over from Matt's. I appreciate you. Anything you need, Pyro. Thank you for being here today. Joe is carrying a balance to disincentivize people from taking advantage of what happened last night. 100%. This way, you're gonna know it's not gonna be a clear line, clear shot to my credit. Oh my God. Jay Gons, how you doing? Hello, Jay Gons. Thank you for being here. A product change from the grandfather and Sapphire card to the CSP without the bonus didn't qualify. Right, because you already have the card. They're still holding on to that 48-month rule with getting the points. Banks are preparing for a bumpy third and fourth quarter. I'm sure you're right. Hey, Kevin, I did get the card, puppy. I was accepted for IHG, papa. $15,700 limit, Kevin. Thank you, puppy. Low-key crazy how Amex got the largest bank in the world to copy them. 100 because they're the best at doing it. Amex has the best marketing team anywhere. They literally could take the crappiest card, shine it up, and people will sign up for it. It's sad, but that's the truth. Amex personal, yes, it does. I had that. I had taken out a personal loan. I just paid them off, but that counted as a line of credit. That's what they listed it as. And I got the letters today showing that my line of credit was closed because it was, paid off and closed. So, Jen, that's true. It's going to count against you. Now that Chase removed the one Sapphire rule, you know why? I would still wait on if you have the Chase Sapphire reserve, unless you want to lock in the lower fee on the preferred right now, because it's still only giving you 2 times on travel. What I would do is wait to see if they increase that to 3. I have a feeling they're going to make it a better travel card in terms of the multipliers. So you're better off waiting for the Chase Sapphire preferred when they do the they change their multipliers. They're going to work on that card because they are going to raise the fee no matter what. There can't be such a gap from $95 to $795 on their 2 cards. There's nothing in the middle for them to play with. So they're going to have to raise the fee, but they're going to change the multipliers. If you get the Sapphire Preferred now, the bonus is back up to $75,000. I have a referral in the link below for that one. But you also can lock in the $95 rate, which is good. Okay. 29K points and 49 US pounds Virgin Atlantic business a weeks ago. I shot up to 200,000 points in fees. I got a great deal. Wow. That's great, Avengers. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Thank you, Johnny, for answering that one for me. It may take a little longer to get the card with the upcoming holiday. Yes, I would wait till next week. Credit limit 15,700, Kevin. Chase is definitely implementing card restriction rules. Beyond what you just learned, info keeps dropping. Like I said a couple of months ago, Chase has become an anti-churn. Yeah, and I asked him clearly, was it because of churning? Thanks, QC man. I appreciate it. $15,700, QC man. I will bring it up to the screen, mi gente. And they did not move any of my credit lines around. I was approved straight up out the box for the card. 117 people, mi gente, on a Wednesday afternoon at 3:00. You can't make this up, guys. Thank you so much for that. You guys have no idea how much this means to me. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so there you go. $15,700. So it wasn't bad with no reallocation. I don't know who made the video for Points Boost Edit Hotel, but damn those edits. I went on with that one as well during one of the lives, and the hotels are ridiculously expensive. They're $1,100, $1,200, $1,500. And for you to get a $250 credit, okay, it's okay. But damn, the hotel is still over $1,000. Unless you're a baller like that. Bro, I just applied for a card to get 5 free nights, right? It is what it is. That's just a lot of money, Phil Mo, 424 now, and the Chase card I chose is, nope, I got the Delta Business Gold. I love that card, Phil. You are hilarious, Phil. God, I love you. Phil, Phil, give Gary my love, puppy. I was going to upgrade to the CSR, but decided, yes, that's a good move, especially if the current, it's not doing it for you, Stacy, don't bother going for it. I know they're offering 100,000 points and a $500 credit, but remember, with that credit, with the CSR, if you don't use all of it in one shot, you're going to lose it. So if you buy an airline ticket worth $250, you're losing $250. It has to be on that one bang charge. So I wouldn't do it yet if you're not willing to do it, my love. Yo, he is he is protecting it, QC man. He is. Yeah, 30 trillion. 100%. Let me see what Jay Gon says. I want to see a video of someone finding the best points boost redemption for anything in Chase Travel. There's some out there already. I don't know if they're new yet with the edit because it just kind of started, but that's something that I can honestly tell you. Chad, Sledge, Anthony, all those guys that actually do those type of redemptions are great at. Caesar, they'll tell you they do it. So I would check them out. No, thank you, Garrett. I appreciate it. Hit that live, me hit that like. I love you guys. Thank you. Live during lunch break goes hard. I appreciate that. Wilmer Armonte, thank you for being here, Wilmer. I appreciate you. Chase is giving Marriott Gold to those who have the reserve. Yeah, but it's only a 3-month status match. I got suckered there. I said, oh my God, they're giving Marriott Gold, but it's for 3 months as a challenge. So it's better than nothing, but it's not the complete like Amex. I literally thought they stole that page from Amex, and it's just for 3 months, Wilmer. So check it before you do it, okay? 125 people, mi gente. This is bananas. Remember, all of you guys that hit me up with a super chat, you're in the running for the 2 Wepa shirts, and you can pick the designs the following Tuesday. So it'll be the 15th. So not next Tuesday, the one after. I'm going to pull out 2 names, and you guys are in the running for it. So I appreciate it. We're at 129 now. This is crazy. You have chosen correct. Chase took their whackness to new levels. I love it. I love it. The edit credit is trash. That's what everybody's saying so far. Chase has been going downhill. Oh no, Dennis, Joe going Intercontinental, Kimpton, and Iberostar. I'm trying to see Iberostar. Forgot about that one. Thank you, Poppy. You're right. Joe, can you really believe the amount of beatings team travel has taken this year? It is. They're just clamping down. It's going to be where you're going to have a choice of getting really just premium cards in a certain ecosystem. This is the way I see it, honestly. You're going to get the one premium card from either Chase, Wells, Capital One, Amex, and so on, right? One premium card. You're going to get one hotel chain that you're really married to there, an airline card more for the bag fees than anything else. And maybe your 4th card could be one workhorse card in that group. So if you have the platinum for Amex, it's the green or the gold. If you have the reserve, now you can get the preferred, which I don't know all about that, or you can get the unlimited or the OG freedom. If it's the Capital One Venture X, you can go get the saver. So you have options out there because those are the real points earners for you. It's not going to be the ones that are the premium ones, because we already know those multipliers are terrible. Chase has been fine. People just have unrealistic. Yeah, I know. We want one. We want when we want it. You're not wrong. Oh my God. Yeah, they're going back for cash back too. You're going to see that. A CSR rental car upgrade added Hertz. I did see that. Finally. I mean, but come on. But everybody gives you Hertz. The thing is, the founder's card gets you Hertz. Like, let's be real. There's people that aren't bank issuers that are giving you those statuses for those, credit cards and even hotels sometimes, or status matches for. Look, a good status match for a couple of months on a card that you pay nothing on is great to have. At least you can have that status match for 3 months, 4 months, or whatever. So yeah, you have to do 3 paid nights. No free nights awards, even on point stays. Thank you for that, QC man. That's true. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie, thank you so much, my love, for being here. I appreciate that. Wepa, my love. Thank you, Jackie. IG has some very nice holiday needs. And that's what I heard, Vegas. I heard that you don't have to break the bank with them. Not only that, but I then have another transfer partner. I can transfer. I have so many Chase points available that I could always, if I'm in a rut, would I do it because it's not as valuable? Probably not. But then I would just, the multipliers on that card. I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on one second. Matter of fact, we're going to do it old school. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go here and see what I get. I'm not putting up my personal information. I promise. I promise I'm not putting up my personal information. Hold on. Okay. So for the IHG1, this is the card that I got. 300,000 points. Each one is worth 60,000. 5,000 spent in 3 months. Not bad at all. You have until the 23rd to apply. But look at the multipliers, guys. You can get up to 26 points at hotels and resorts, 10 times just by having the card. Okay. And another 10 from IHG for being a rewards one, an IHG one member, 6 times for having platinum elite status. All right. That's huge. Separate from the hotel, if you're traveling and you're loyal to IHG, travel 5 times on dollars spent on travel and hotels, 5 times on gas stations, 5 times out on dining, and 3 times on everything else. So everything else being even online shopping. So if you're doing that, this is a great card to really rack up the points. If you're going to stay, or if you want to top off something or whatever else, you don't have to go nuts. But look, you're going to get a lot. An anniversary free night worth 40,000 points. You're going to get global entry and TSA pre-check or Nexus. No foreign transaction fees. For those of you that were afraid of using it overseas, a Chase card overseas, this one gives you no foreign transaction fees. You're going to earn $100 or 10,000 bonus points after spending 20,000 in a calendar year. Will I do that? Probably not. But this one is huge. Redeem 3 nights, get the 4th night free. Right? When you redeem points for a consecutive 4-night IHG hotel stay, you can receive the 4th night free, redeemable at the hotel during that same stay. Again, look at the properties. I'm going to put here, I did this the other day. Let me see if I can go to, let me see, ways to redeem. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go here. Wait, I just lost this, guys. Hold on a second. Okay. The Hotel Indigo in Miami, the Holiday Inn Resort in Portavilla, Vanuatu, the Kimpton in Washington, D.C. looks beautiful. The Kimpton in Los Angeles looks beautiful. New Orleans, I didn't even know how to Kimpton in Louisiana. Seattle, Washington. Arizona has a Holiday Inn Express. Holiday Inn, so you have a lot of different ways to redeem and use them. And again, $99 fee, not a bad deal for you to get this card. And you'll also save 20% when you buy points through IHG.com. And it says here, receive up to $50 in United Travel Bank cash each year after registering your IHG One with your Mileage Plus account, which is what I'm going to do next. So I can get, it's not much, but at least something else to get for you to get those, that money back and add it to your United Bank. So let me see here, guys. Let me get back to the chat. Cash back, they'll be hitting all the cards eventually. Give it 2 to 3 years and team cash back is going to rise to the level. You may not be wrong there, Josh. I'm not kidding. 2% cards are safe. Hoping Hertz to go out of business at the bankruptcy because he's Joe's going to leak his IHG and Chase account. No, I'm not doing that. You saw it was good, Josh. The multipliers, you don't feel guilty eating at one of the restaurants and be out. It's not bad. The multipliers are not bad. Don't even, it was that at one point. Is it possible to use a CSR $300 sub fully if I use the first half for me in an event in December? I don't know, and I don't want to say yes because it's not available to me as a credit yet, Jagon. So that I don't know. If anybody knows that, is it possible to use the CSR $300 StubHub credit fully if you use the first half in an event in December and the second half for a friend in the same event? That I don't know. Oh, it's only 150 per 6 months. Okay, thank you for that. Following that, using it before it goes into the second half. Yes. Provided the event doesn't sell out, I don't see why not. No, no, it's just a 6 month rule. That's it. If you time it, you should be fine, like Johnny said. I also have the IG Premiere. I'm forgetting about the $25 semi-annual. Yo, Joshua, that's why it's not bad. I'll just throw it into my United Travel Bank. I have like $900 in there now. Just booked my wife a night away from the kids at the Kimpton in New Orleans. Very nice property. Really? So worth it, Josh? Let me know, Josh. Was it worth it? I think one of the guys stayed at the Kimpton. I'm not sure if it was Sledge or Chad. I think it was Sledge, maybe. But what did you think about it? Because I heard nice things about those properties. Don't mess with me, Josh. Call you on my drive home, Poppy. Happy Wednesday. Jordan, thank you so much for being here, Poppy. Jordan, I got approved for the card, Jordan. 15,700 limit. Thank you, Jordan, so much. I appreciate you. I got 1,000 husband points for that, Josh. Love it. Nice. It's going to be good for me to see the Pat Celtic. Yo, so true. The travel bank expires, though. Yeah, it does. But I'll be able to use it on one of the earlier flights. So should I close a few Chase cards? No, you don't have to close them. It's just a matter of if you have more than 5. You don't have 5 with them, it's okay. If you have 5 with them, you could still apply. You just won't get the response as soon as you thought you were going to get it. That's basically what it is, Phil. Thank you, Jordan. Let's go. Congrats. Thank you so much. Too easy. How you doing? So the plans for the points, using them abroad, using them at high. Like, I don't want to piss away the points on properties that are just not worth it. I'm really going to do my homework this time. I'm going to reach out to all my friends in the community that have traveled, that have stayed, and that could really give me the heads up and guide me the right way. This is a lot of points. Like, this is a stay that at 5 nights, you think about the damage you can do and have it free. It's and all for a $5,000 spend in 3 months. It's not bad. My property taxes alone take me 3/4 of the way there. Honestly, definitely worth it. Got to know the secret password, and she got an upgrade in all the perks from the platinum status. Yo, that's why they put out the secret word every couple of months. You're right, Josh. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I wouldn't close them. No, again, you're right. I wouldn't close them. Close cards is never a really good thing, especially if it's a no annual fee card. Why close it? Every time Joe calls Chase, caller ID shows Wepa. 100%. You are not wrong, guys. I kid you not. So I noticed that some of the credit cards have an expiration date. So here's the thing. We've talked about this. Every time Chase rolls out a benefit, they give you a closing date. 2027 is the newest one because they put it 2 years out. Then for them to tell you later on that they've extended it, that they've done this and that. So I wouldn't put mine to it. They've extended their DoorDash. They've extended all these Lyft things with them. They're known for that. They just give you a time limit because I'm sure they have to write some sort of contract for 2 years or whatever. And that's the words in the contract. But they'll always find it. And if they're going to choose to dead a certain perk or a benefit, they'll let you know, like Amex does, a couple of months ahead. We're ending this benefit. Like, I got the notification today for Amex. Don't forget to use your new Dell credit, which is now just $150 for the year, which is horrible, but it is what it is, So that's what that is, Jay Gons. People need to post on blogs around the internet how bad Chase is. Public shaming is critical. The Chase expiration date, yeah, it does. Look, but they have to. It's part of the contract negotiations, guys. Banks are businesses. We forget that. We use it more for us because we're in this space. But to be honest with you, it's a no-brainer. It is what it is. You guys, they're going to make and milk out as much money because they know if you don't use the benefits and the perks, they keep that money on that end. If you don't use that certificate night, that's why I went to the 4-point Sheraton a couple of weeks ago. That was a certificate that was ending June 30th. There was no way I was going to let that one go. I had to add 12,000 points to it because it was only a 35,000 a point night certificate, which goes to show you. Imagine That Marriott certificate at 35,000, and now I'm getting 60,000 on a certificate night, 5 of them from IHG. That's money in your pocket, you know? Right. They're businesses and not charities. You are so right about that. You know, guys, first, because I know it's a work day and we're going on an hour, but I want to thank those that came on a Wednesday. I still have 115 people here. Israel, with your super chat, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Israel. Crystal, again, my love, thank you so much for the 20 spot. You're the best. Thank you so much. You knew I was going to get approved. Seabass, thank you for becoming a channel member. Seabass, I'm going to send you, if you check on the channel page now, there should be a link there on the members only. If you don't see it, let me know and I will send it to you. Johnny Ma, once again, thank you so much for being a member, Papi. I appreciate you. And I thank you so much for the super chat as well. Those of you that came in with super chats tonight, again, you are in the running to get the shirts in 2 weeks. And the shirts have been fire. I'm not wearing one now. I'm wearing the newer, believe it or not, I had to get a cortisone shot at 1:45 today from my shoulder. But I got the new logo for Superman for the new movie. I'm going next Thursday. I am so psyched to see the movie. But I have the Wepa Man shirt that you're able to get, which is this guy. For those of you that want to know what it looks like, if you haven't seen it before, or the Wepa credit card shirt that's here on the side, you can get that one too. Crystal actually has the ordered the Wepa Man shirt, which is this one. Let me see if I can get this. And on a black shirt, it is fire. Black or blue or red, it looks amazing. So he's on a credit card, kind of like Silver Surfer, and he's throwing credit cards as his weapons of choice, as you can see in his hand. So it's pretty cool the way it was done up by my boy. That actually was the same one that did my Superman behind me. That's drawn, hand drawn. That's nothing that I bought. This was done for me. So the same guy, my same friend did this. So I thought it was really, really cool. So let's see. A few more chats. So I'll go through and then we'll end it, guys. Let's go. Wow, there's a lot of people came on by the time I stopped talking. All right. Jay Gons. For the CSP holders, they lost their 125. What's better, transfer, travel, redemption? Well, they're giving you the 2 points boost, the 2 times boost, James Gons. Jay Gons. So the 2 times boost might be good depending on what you're looking for. If it's a really, like when I went over that, matter of fact, let me see if I could do that. Hold on. See, now you got me going here. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can get into Chase without sharing. I'm afraid now. I'm like gun shy here. But to see what their points boost is, I'm terrified of actually showing my account again. So, but they have discounts. And we saw that if a property had a certain value attached, instead of it being 40,000, they were only charging you 20,000 UR points. So you're getting 2 cents per point. So you still should check the travel portal if that's what you like and still see if the points boost is there. It still might be worth it. So, all right. But I'm sorry, I'm gun shy so early today to go into the thing, without planning it. MGM Detroit got me like 3 of my free night certificates and about 5K of my money. God, I love that. Drinks with Sven. I love that name. Drinks with Sven. How you doing? Drinks, how's it going with the IHG cards? You like them, I guess, because you got both. And you will pay for stays with CSR. That makes sense. Banks on a real business. Lecture too long to post here. Have you got any new credit cards? I don't know, but I'm sure somebody's going to roll up in a new lease or something else, or they'll be on a vacation saying, thanks, Joe, Wepa, with a Wepa selfie in the background, Johnny Ma, when you're as big as Chase, they take it or leave it and don't care. Proud Money did a video where he was mad at himself for letting his gold Resi credit expire. Yo, it happens. And that's why the credit with the CSR is better, in my opinion, than Resi, because it's a huge $150 credit. It's not like you're just going to go get appetizers and leave. You could have dinner and a drink and be okay, and it still covers it. So I still think it bang for your buck, it's still there. So I can always use Marriott free night certificate. That's true. See, it depends on where you are. But New York, that was tough. I had to add to it. We'll see Superman. Yes, way to go, James V. I already bought my ticket for next Thursday on the 10th. Sylvia, my love, I got the card, my love. I know you weren't available last night, but I posted my social security number last night, Sylvia, in part one of my lives. And my mother's maiden name and everything else was there. Sylvia, it was a total train wreck, but you have to watch that. But I did get the IHG card, my love, 5 nights certificates, 15,000 $700 credit line. So, Sylvia, you came right on time, my love. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here. I appreciate you. Phil Mo, thank you for the super chat. Winning t-shirt super chat. Phil Mo, thank you for that, Papi. I appreciate it. Yes, I did, my love. I got it this morning, sweetheart. I got it this morning. Yo, got a whip out Wednesday after all. Corey, you made it, Corey. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Garrett, thank you for the super sticker. You are in the running for a Wepa shirt with Wepa Man or the Wepa card, whichever one you want. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Garrett. You never fail me. You're always ninja watching. Superman doesn't have any more telephone booths to Capital One Cafe. You are not wrong on that one. Portal redemption is good if you're booking a cheap night at a Holiday Inn or something with the less than right redemption. Yeah, you're right. I could see that. But some of the actual yes, so Sleds did buy a gift card to use with the Resi credit, and then you kind of stack them and use them all. It's just weird for me to do that, to go back and then throw out, a bunch of gift cards, unless it's Hilton, which is I'm going to bang them over the head in Puerto Rico with 7 gift cards for them because that's what I got with them. But in a restaurant, it's kind of hard. Sylvia, yes, my God. Yo, Sylvia, you have to watch it. I had to cut out the part. It was at first video that I had last night, minute 25, more or less. You're going to see I go from going like this, what did I just do, to oh my God, I wasn't approved because I cut out the middle where I showed everybody in the world what was going on. Yes, my God, HJM me aprobaron $15,700. I got the card, Papi, right there. Got the card, Papa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Josh, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Everybody, yes. Thank you so much. It's a digital card. You add to the balance. You're right. That's what they do. Right. It's separate. It's not separate cards. You add to it. You're right, Johnny. But mi gente, I want to thank all of you again for coming here today. And I want to thank you for being with me yesterday through both lives. That was a nightmare. It was a train wreck. You guys were freaking amazing. So remember, as I leave you tonight, 4:18 in the afternoon, Wednesday night, July 2nd, if you have 5 cards with Chase, 5 active cards, and you apply for another one, even if you're under 524, they're going to wait, review it, and then give you the response. It doesn't mean you're denied. It just means they're being more careful. They're trying to come back on people doing churning. That is one. Number 2, Freedom Flex hasn't been cut off. You could still go in branch and apply in branch or through a referral link. Their issue seems to be that it is the only MasterCard on their side of personal cards that are not co-branded cards. So you think of the Sapphires that are Visa signatures or Infinites and of that nature. So this is a MasterCard. So they put it on the bench. As you guys heard yesterday with the lady talking, she said, it's not that we're refreshing it. It's not that we're changing networks, because I asked her that. It's that they're going to be refreshing it. She just, I guess, didn't want to commit to it. But you could still get the card in branch or through a referral link. I got approved for the IHG One Premier card, $15,700 limit. Thanks to all of you. I want to thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Today, actually. Gracias, HGM. I might use them, Sylvia. I was talking about you, actually. Your ears should have been ringing about the properties that we talked about last week during the live. I want to try them out of the States. I'm going actually to Spain and Europe next year in the winter and Switzerland. So there's a lot of properties out there I can choose from. So I'm going to hold them off for something really valuable and cool, Sylvia. So thanks to you, I was able to bring that up last week. Nemo, peace, papi. I appreciate you. Peace out. Thank you. Nelly, gracias, mi amor. Gracias por todo, cariño. Que Dios te me cuide, Shakira. I love you, Shakira. Peace out, Johnny Ma. Thank you so much. Saeed, thank you so much for being here. I'm shutting down with 100 people online, mi gente. Thanks a lot again to everybody for the super chats. Israel, thank you. I appreciate you, Israel. Crystal Cove. I don't know why it's not coming up, Crystal, but Seabass is there. Thank you. Crystal, thank you so much. Seabass, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Johnny, thank you for re-upping. Johnny, thank you for the super chat. Filmo, thank you for the super chat. Garrett, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you guys so much. Mi gente, have a beautiful 4th of July. Enjoy it. Be proud. Have a blast. Stay safe. I will see you next Tuesday, because if it's Tuesday, it's Hola Mi Gente Tuesday. Today we had Wepa Wednesdays. I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you for giving me the privilege of your time. I love you guys. Until next week, Mi Gente. Take care. HJM, I would still do it if I was you. Es una tarjeta fuerte y te están dando mucho punto. Vale la pena, HJM. Vale la pena. Love you, Crystal. Thank you, my love. God bless you guys. Peace out. See you next week. Happy 4th of July, everybody. God bless you. You're so welcome. Too easy. That was too easy. Too easy. You're so welcome for my social, Papi. I love you guys. Yo, I needed therapy this morning, Corey. I love you guys. You guys made my day. Thank you so much as always. Ciao, mi gente. God bless you.